Welcome to the Five Clairs Tarot. This is Sam giving you your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus reading for the Aquarian Collective. We're going to start dropping some oracles, see what messages we have here for this week. Now, this video is not dated, and when it shows up in your feed is when you're supposed to hear the message. All right, it's also a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but if it does, like, subscribe, and comment. Here we have mentor. You're about to meet a person of high integrity who will guide you in the right direction. My eyes are seeing something else. Have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. So some of you may be having some fears on perhaps a situation that you need to make a decision on and you're not quite sure on how to go about it, or perhaps even discuss it. So perhaps balancing out your throat chakra would be a good idea here, or discussing it with a mentor, discussing it with someone that is trustworthy, that you can go to, a confidant, to help you make the decision. Also, if you don't have someone like that, you can write it down, write the pros and the cons of different decisions you would make and see what resonates best with your soul. Third card, integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace, every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. The energy I'm getting with this is, okay, so let me backtrack. When I first started the reading and I was meditating and praying over the cards, the Solar Plexus Chakra and the Third Eye Chakras were presented to me. And the yellow in this card and then the blue, the indigo, it's fascinating how spirit works, because this card is giving me the vibes of the solar plexus, the vibes of the third eye. So listening to your intuition here, especially if those of you that need to make a decision, listening to your intuition here is super important, Aquarius. There's a decision and you have to outweigh all the outcomes or all the pros and cons and see where it is that you feel comfortable in making a certain move, a certain decision. Practicing meditation over balancing your solar plexus, which brings you creativity and passion, is going to be beneficial for you, because that may give you the answer you're looking for in terms of making a decision by meditating on your solar plexus, which is right above your navel. It'll give you the creativity you need. Perhaps it's something you have to finesse before you make the decision. Perhaps in finessing it, you can make a better decision. So wearing indigo, wearing yellow may help spark and encourage the flow of energy there for that chakra, for those two chakras. All right. They just pointed out to me this card as well with the yellow and the blue. Now this card has some of like a reddish tone. So the root chakra is coming out here for me. And the fact that it's for a mentor card, what they're saying is don't be too proud. Don't allow your ego, which is really what the root chakra is based in. It's also associated with the sign of Capricorn. And by the way, Leo is the solar plexus and the third eye is Pisces. So with this card here and the mentor, don't be too proud to seek help, Aquarius. There are things in life that we can do alone, but sometimes we need people to guide us and perhaps get a new perspective when we speak to someone. So just don't let your ego get in the way. Next card, engage trust. That's really important, right? Because here we're having a decision we have to make, and we have to trust someone else with their guidance, right? Their thoughts. Engage trust. Some changes are coming in here for you here with that butterfly. There's changes coming in. Some type of metamorphosis is happening for you. So we're going to go ahead and now thank Source, Creator, the universe, the archangels, ascended master, spirit guides, and ancestors who help this medium guide you. Again, general reading. If it doesn't resonate, keep moving. If it resonates, drop a heart, a comment, an emoji, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, because we want to be able to grow so that we can continue to offer the guidance that my spirit guides give, and at times I'll impart some of the wisdom I've learned from being on this journey for 55 years, and it's valuable. So we're going to go ahead and start. The Chariot. This is fast movement. So something's going to occur. This metamorphosis is going to occur quickly for you. Some of you are purchasing a vehicle. Some of you have to make a decision. Which way do I go? Right? So that was already established at the beginning of the reading. Some of you are moving homes. This card says rewards that come from hard work, successfully balancing many priorities at once. Determination and willpower, public recognition. Some of you may be receiving awards for the work that you do. Justice, card of Libra. And by the way, the Chariot is the card of Cancer. So Cancer is showing up here twice. That may be relevant to you. Maybe a zodiac that's strongly shows up in your birth chart. Here we have Justice, which is the card of Libra. Be impartial and objective and standing up for what you believe. Try to see all sides of the situation. You will win if your position is one of integrity. Now, what I find funny about this card being shown here now is that either you work in law, you're law enforcement, a judge, a lawyer, a police officer, a detective, well, what are those people that work in the prisons? Can't think of the name. My brother's one. Corrections officer. Or you have heavy Libra placements. And when you have heavy Libra placements in your birth chart, you're one that seeks justice. You're one that has to have things be fair. And perhaps this is the situation here where there's something that's happening around you that's not fair, and you feel the need to speak up. And just follow your gut there with that. The other thing that shows up here is that this was about harmony and balance, and this is all about balance. So balance and harmony may be coming in to your energy field now. Here we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow moving energy, but is moving, it's still moving. It's not stagnant. So in a situation, you may be planning something that's a second stream of income where it's not moving as quickly as you would like it to go, but it's still moving. So still keep pushing and forging ahead. They're highlighting these rows that have been plowed to me, and plowing and pushing through is what you need to continue to do if in fact you're creating this side hustle. All right, just be patient because it's gonna yield money. The Pentacles is all about money and physicality and health and stuff like that, education. But in this particular instance, this Knight is working on something. Remember that if looking at this depiction, they're on a farm, right? It takes time to till the soil, plow the soil, plant the seed, then wait for it to grow and nurture it in the meantime. So there's planning going on here. Whatever you're planning is going to yield rewards. And then we have here the Page of Fire, of Wands. And the Page of Wands is going to illuminate your mind with an idea of something creative. Perhaps another way of which you can make this move a little faster. Perhaps reassessing your business plans. Perhaps reassessing your demographics. Perhaps reassessing your packaging, your marketing. This is going to bring you an idea, a spark of creativity, right? This card reads an amazing opportunity, and be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Whoever's getting into a side hustle or starting a business that you've been hustling for a while, it's going to become very fruitful, very rewarding here with the Nine of Pentacles. This is the card of luxury. This is the card of financial independence. Here it says, enjoying the fruits of your labors, hard work that has led to luxurious life. Buying yourself something special, happily and successfully self-employed, enjoying your solitude. So Aquarius, for some of you, there's a decision. For some of you, you're starting another stream of income, working a side hustle that's going to become very successful. Next card, Queen of Cups, card of... the Queen of Cups is the card of Pisces. Loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing, deep psychic insights, caring for others, but forgetting to care for yourself. Trust your intuition. Again, intuition. Again, being psychic. A deep love of family and friends. Follow your heart. Okay? So that could be an offer of love coming in for those of you that are not in a love situation. And then we have the Magician. The Magician is Virgo and Gemini. It is energy that's flexible. It's energy that can assimilate to any situation. So here they're telling you, Aquarius, stay flexible. You have all the tools you need to manifest the reality that you want. Here it says magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Certain situations that you found yourself in, Aquarius, have led you to walk away, emotionally disengage yourself. And that's okay if it's protecting your peace. Here it says the need to move on, seeking more from life than what you're experiencing. A spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes. Again, changes are coming in. A change in priorities, leaving home. And then we have the Empress. This big, loud, pregnant came into my head right now. So some of you are starting new life and growing your family or starting a new family. Here is time to take action and give birth to your dreams. Again, that resonates with those of you that are starting that side hustle. Those of you that have been working on a side hustle that's going to yield a lot of fruit, a lot of abundance here. Your projects will be very successful. Abundance and prosperity. Beautiful reading. And the High Priestess, again, intuition. Aquarius, listen to your intuition. Follow your heart. Balance is coming in. That says meditate and turn toward inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Now, mind you, that's a contradiction here. One of them said it's time for action, and then not time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. Those of you that have to make a decision, it could be a decision based on, should I take the risk with this hustle? Should I even start it, or should I continue it? There's a contradiction here. So perhaps some of you are living in a duality where you just don't know what to do. You give it thought, you want to do it, and then you don't want to do it. Or if you find yourself not having, the movement that you're expecting, and this is telling you not to take any action, this is what's causing some confusion for you. And then we have the Six of Cups. The past coming back, someone from the past coming back, or you living in your head about the past. Here it says children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romances from your past, romanticizing how things used to be. If this way of thinking serves you, then rock with it. If it doesn't serve you, living in the past, if it's hurting you, then you have to do something about that and cut it out. Because if it's not serving you, it's stealing your peace, it's keeping you from pursuing your goals, it's keeping you from doing what you need to do. So if this is detrimental to you, stop. And now we have the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Wands. This knight's energy is fast moving. This energy is all about taking action. So you've had action to take 3 times here, and then you have this don't take action, right? I think we should go with take the action, because here with that knight is going after what they need to go after. They're getting to where they gotta go, right? And they're in the desert. The desert can slow you down. The heat, the thirst, the sand. Horses weren't designed to gallop on sand. They can do it, but a camel would be better. But the horse is pushing through it. And the way she's leaning forward in this galloping, she is pushing this horse through it. It's not easy being in this type of environment, and perhaps you find yourself in an environment that's not easy to get things done, but they're telling you to push through it. And then we have conflicts, the 5 of Wands. But this could be the inner conflict of not knowing what to do. Should I make a move? Should I not make a move? So this is perhaps the internal conflict that you're finding yourself in. And then we have the 4 of Cups. No, I'm sorry, the 4 of Swords. Here is the meditation. The meditation for that solar plexus, the meditation for that third eye to open, to balance out. Insights that come from meditation, the need to rest or take a vacation. Allow yourself more time before making a decision. Mental exhaustion, get more sleep. So yeah, taking the time to meditate, and you were told meditating on the solar plexus may bring you that answer that you're looking for. Last card, and here we have the Page of Pentacles. For a lot of you, you've got 2 pages on the table. You have 2 knights. There's messages coming through, downloads. Pay attention to the downloads when you're waking up in the morning, that you're going from Delta to Alpha. Pay attention to the downloads, okay? Because you're being told something. This rabbit depicted in this artwork is fertility, abundance, okay? Again, pregnancy. So there's nothing here to confirm, Aquarius. It looks like a beautiful reading. Some of you are a little stuck in making decisions. That's okay. Take the time to give yourself some room, some pause, and some grace to make the decision that sits well with you. Godspeed.